I've never said this before, but I have always admired the Suzuki Hayabusa. All memes aside, it's really something quite amazing and it deserves all of our respect. The Hayabusa starts its legacy in 1998, where it was developed with one thing in mind: to destroy the Honda Blackbird and win the speed war once and for all. I'm going to make another video on the speed war, so make sure you subscribe for that. But basically, Suzuki came out of nowhere and released the Hayabusa without anybody noticing and took over as the new king of bikes. Released in 1999, it was the fastest production bike capable of running a 9-second quarter-mile time and had a top speed of 194 miles per hour, because this was the time that all bikes were de-restricted. So yes, a 1999 Hayabusa is technically faster than any other modern motorcycle until you remove the ECU restrictions, of course. The Hayabusa was restricted just 1 year later to 186 miles per hour like the rest of the big bikes, but that didn't matter. The Hayabusa was an unopposed king of bikes for years to come, and we were just at the beginning of its legacy. I'll never forget the first time I went to Puerto Rico. Me and my family went to check out the bioluminescent bay, and when we got there it was full of people walking around, partying, having a good time. As I was walking around, I heard an engine revving. I walked over and saw this Puerto Rican girl in a Hayabusa. I still remember thinking it was so awesome, the culture in Puerto Rico, and I said to her, "I like your bike." And she said that it was the best bike on the island. And everyone around agreed with her. They all liked the Hayabusa. You see, Hayabusa is a household name. It's not just something known in Japan, it's known all across the globe. Hayabusa is Japanese for peregrine falcon, which is a bird that is often a metaphor for speed due to its vertical hunting dive, which can reach up to 240 miles per hour. It is the fastest bird in the world, just like how the unrestricted Hayabusa was the fastest bike in the world. The name really seemed suitable for such a beast. Interestingly enough, the peregrine falcon hunts and kills blackbirds, which was the name of the fastest bike before the Hayabusa, Honda CBR600RR Super Blackbird, which the Hayabusa destroyed and killed very easily, since the top speed of that bike was only 175 miles per hour. The looks of the Hayabusa are pretty controversial. I noticed a lot of people hate them, but I actually really like the looks. I think it has really good lines and a flow of the design. Sure, it's a bit antiquated to today's standards, but it's the Hayabusa. Its signature design would be tainted if they changed it now. Long live the curves. The Hayabusa is bar none the most customized sport bike in the world. The Hayabusa is a blank canvas for most of the customizers, and whether you like it or not, there are a lot of interesting and cool designs for the Hayabusa out there. The Suzuki Hayabusa engine is insane. A common mod is actually putting boost into these bikes. Turbos and NOS kits are very common. These bikes can actually handle up to 300 horsepower on a completely stock motor. However, 250 horsepower seems to be the recommended amount before you start shearing into the reliability. The engine is actually so good that some people have used the Hayabusa engine in cars and even an airplane. In 2006, Kawasaki was sick of hearing about the legendary Hayabusa roaming the streets. The king of bikes was a title that Kawasaki wanted for themselves, so they set off to destroy the Busa once and for all. And Kawasaki had to cheat to do it. By making their 06 ZX14 a 1352cc inline-4 opposed to Hayabusa's 1298cc inline-4, the Kawasaki was the faster bike, edging out the Hayabusa with their 190 brake horsepower and 103 foot-pound of torque compared to Suzuki's 7-year-old engine that only made 173 horsepower and 99 foot-pound of torque. Suzuki was not pleased with Kawasaki taking this cheap shot at their beloved Busa, so they fired back in 2008 with the all-new redesigned K8 Hayabusa. Suzuki knew that in order for their K8 to compete with Kawasaki, Suzuki had to fight fire with fire, so that is what they did. When they modestly upped their displacement up to 1340 cc's, yep, Suzuki said, "It's fine Kawasaki, you can have the bigger engine, it will be all the sweeter when we beat you." And beat them they did, because the K8 Busa made 197 brake horsepower. Suzuki proved to the world that even petty Kawasaki wasn't going to stop them, not now and not ever. They had the superior engine and the whole world knew it. Not only was the K8 Hayabusa faster in a straight line, but it was also faster in the corners as well. The king had reclaimed his throne and Suzuki was back on top. Kawasaki spent years racking their brains trying to find a solution after being embarrassed by the Suzuki's smaller engine. Not having an answer for the legendary K8 motor, Kawasaki decided to double down, and in 2012 they showed us just how petty they can really be by releasing a new redesigned ZX14, known to us as the ZX14R. This is the second generation of the bike, and this has been known to be the silencer, because it has kept Suzuki silent for over 10 years. Yes, the ZX14R destroyed the Hayabusa, but it didn't do so with honor. Once more, Kawasaki had to cheat, and they did so by upping the displacement from an already larger 1352cc to a 1441cc engine. That's an 89cc increase that Kawasaki dropped, and a 101cc advantage the ZX14R had over the Hayabusa. It was childish of them to do it, but it worked. They took back the throne in the king of bikes, making an insane 208 brake horsepower and 113 foot-pound of torque. It simply left the Hayabusa in the dust and has officially silenced Suzuki. In a way, the ZX14R is a little reminiscent of the Blackbird, with Suzuki coming out with a bigger engine and being kinda petty themselves. However, Kawasaki definitely took it to the next level. Conclusions. Although the story of the Busa may seem sad at first, in my mind it's still the king. Kawasaki couldn't build a naturally aspirated engine that was similar in size to the Hayabusa and could beat it. In fact, no one could. The 1340cc Hayabusa is bar none the best. I bet you that Suzuki could up their displacement once more to match the ZX14R and dismantle them yet again, but I think Suzuki has taken the high road on this one. No name in motorcycle strikes fear in the hearts of Kawasaki quite like the Hayabusa, and I bet you Kawasaki knows that, because even though they won, they really didn't win. Well guys, as you know, I'm not really into the whole street racing thing or top speed highway runs, so would I ever own one? Yes, I would. I would love to own a Hayabusa. I'm not sure anytime soon if I would get one, but eventually I would at least like to ride one at the very least. Owning one would be a goal though. It's basically a bigger and much faster VFR, so who knows. It's an awesome bike though, and I absolutely respect the hell out of it. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you leave a like and subscribe for more content. I make motorcycle related videos every single week. I am going to be doing a Speed Wars video, so if you want to see that, again, please subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care, and bye-bye.